Now in this video, we're going to hold 5 volts across an LED again, and we have a couple of ways to look at this because we are going to use a 79L05. So it's like the 7905 except for it's a smaller version, can handle less current. So maybe you could think of 79 lower current 05. 05 is the voltage. The voltage in this case is what is less than the supply voltage. So we want 5 volts across this load. We have the 05 voltage regulator, but it's a negative voltage regulator. It's 5 volts less than the positive supply, which we have the PNP bipolar junction transistor where you work with voltages less than the positive supply, but a lot of times you have the power supply is split, or you could call it a dual power supply. You have a ground and the positive, which is normal, that you usually do. But you could also add a negative voltage in relationship to ground, as you can see there. So we declare that ground. There's a more positive and there's a more negative. And so current can either go positive and negative this way, or it can go from more positive to more negative that way right there. That's usually where you'll see a negative voltage regulator like this. So we have this set up here. There you can see ground, and so this is the way you'll usually see this drawn out. But you may have a case somewhere where you just want 5 volts less than the positive supply as well. The positive supply being the voltage like this is more common with people starting out in electronics. So this may be kind of confusing, as that may be if you're just starting out. But in any case, it's a regulator. It maintains 5 volts across these 2 points, which you can look at it that way. Or you could look at it this way. There's 5 volts between that point. That's the lower point there. And there's the actual supply voltage, which is much lower. So it's not as negative as the supply voltage can go. I did add a capacitor between the input and ground, and I just used a 0.1 microfarad capacitor. Seems to work fine. When I didn't have the capacitor, we're gonna look at it with the multimeter. We will see that it's about 5.05 volts actually between those 2 points, whether I use this capacitor or I also tried a 0.47 microfarad capacitor. Without the capacitor at all, I had like a 5.1 to 5.2 volt difference between those 2 points. So the capacitor is really needed in this circuit, it looks like, unless I just have a cheap regulator. But usually you see a capacitor on both sides in the data sheet. But I definitely need it to really keep it close to that exact 5 volts. So now, whenever you have a set voltage, you want to measure it. And since it's fixed, we have the regular multimeter there. V, this is auto ranging. That's all I have to set it to is V. It does the rest. We got 7 volts at the supply there. And let's look at it the traditional way here, where red probe goes to positive, black probe goes to negative. You can see we got 7 volts, but we are interested in the voltage across the load. And so there you go. You can see across the LED, we have the 5.034 volts. Basically 5 volts, pretty spot on. We can also consider the positive supply as ground. Usually you don't do that, but since this is the voltage that everything else is working in relationship to, it does actually make sense to make that ground. So that's wherever you put the black probe, as long as it's a fixed voltage, you can consider that ground. And here we have a negative voltage in relationship to that, whereas over here it's a much higher negative voltage. Not a lot higher, but is higher. And we will go up to 15 now and see that this holds true. We can do 16 too. I think even 20 volts would be fine. Let's do this the traditional way to begin with. Look at the supply voltage, 15 volts. Less than the positive, we have there a 5 volt difference across the load. The main takeaway. Now we're going to make the positive jumper, or the positive rail right there, power rail, the ground. So in relationship to ground now, we have a negative 15 volts, or across the load, we still have a negative 5 volts there. It's holding 5 volts. Let's yank this capacitor now and see how much worse this is doing. So going across the load, negative 5.183, and that holds true at about 7 volts too. I don't think it's quite as bad at 7 volts, but not a ton better. It's definitely not 5 volts. It's like 5.1 at 7 volts. I won't make you watch that. We will turn this off. I did put the pin layout on the little diagram I drew together, so we can look at that. It's not the same as the 7805. 78 is the positive voltage regulator. This is the negative voltage regulator, but they do the same thing. But the pin layout is different. So for that one, you shuffle this to the right, and then the output was at 1 for the 7805. Here's the pin layout for the 7905. So looking at the front there, which is to the right, and that's warm. I'm going to lower this voltage down to 7 volts. I didn't get burnt or anything, but that didn't feel good touching that transistor. So we have the output up here. The output is where the load is going to connect. That's the main thing. And so remember, that's a more negative voltage at the output than the other side of the load. Hopefully that makes sense. The input, so again, we got that lower voltage there. So we need the even more lower voltage. The lowest voltage is the negative supply right there, which is actually our power pin. And then our ground right there is 1. So this is our reference voltage, basically. And in relationship to this voltage, it's going to keep 5 volt difference. And then this is a larger voltage. So in any case, hopefully that makes sense. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.